Ever wondered how unusual and peculiar ancient Greece might have been? The world of the ancient Greeks was rich, complex, and filled with a myriad of fascinating customs. Among these was a belief system that was deeply intertwined with their daily lives. For our first fact, let's delve into the spiritual realm of ancient Greece. You see, the Greeks believed in a pantheon of gods, each governing a different aspect of life and the universe. From Zeus, the king of the gods, to Athena, the goddess of wisdom, these divine beings were not just figures of worship, but were thought to directly influence the daily happenings of the world around them. Decisions, both big and small, were often made based on these powerful deities. It was not unusual for an ancient Greek to consult an oracle or offer a sacrifice before embarking on a journey, starting a business, or even getting married. Imagine shaping your entire life around the will of the gods. Speaking of shaping lives, let's delve into the world of Greek education. In ancient Greece, formal education was a privilege reserved for the sons of the wealthy. They were taught subjects like philosophy, geometry, and music. However, girls were mostly educated at home, their curriculum confined to domestic tasks. They learned spinning, weaving, and other household chores. This stark contrast in education was a reflection of the societal norms at the time. Inequality was, unfortunately, as old as civilization itself. From education to entertainment, the Greeks had it all. They were the inventors of theater as we know it today, bringing to life the genres of drama, comedy, and tragedy. Picture a bustling ancient amphitheater, alive with the thrill of a new play. The Greeks created these genres to explore the human condition, provoke thought, and provide entertainment. Such was their influence that our modern theater and film industries still use these classifications. Truly, the Greeks were pioneers of culture and the arts. Now, let's take a look at the darker side of Greek society. Ancient Greeks had a practice known as pederasty, a social and educational relationship between an adult male and a younger male, typically in his teens. This practice was not only accepted, but was also considered an integral part of grooming the youth into adulthood. It's fascinating and a bit unsettling to think that what is now considered inappropriate and illegal was once a societal norm. A startling reminder of how societal norms can drastically change over time. Continuing with unsettling practices, let's talk about Greek medicine. In the realm of ancient Greece, the practice of bloodletting was revered as a cure-all. Yes, the idea was to draw out bad blood to heal various ailments. Bloodletting, often using leeches, was believed to restore balance within the body. Today, we recognize this as not only ineffective, but potentially harmful. It's a stark reminder of the fascinating, yet often misguided, medical beliefs of our ancestors. Medical science has certainly come a long way. Next, we venture into the realm of Greek warfare. Let's take a closer look at the Spartan warriors, the embodiment of resilience and discipline. From the tender age of 7, Spartan boys were whisked away from their families to undergo a brutal regime of training, known as the agoge. This training wasn't just about physical prowess, but also survival, stealth, and even dance. It was a life utterly dedicated to the art of war. Spartan warriors were indeed a force to be reckoned with. From war to peace, Greece was a land of extremes. Now, let's talk about the Athenian practice of ostracism. Imagine this: you're a citizen in ancient Athens, and you have the power to vote someone out of your city for a decade. Yes, you heard that right, a whole 10 years. This wasn't a reality TV show, it was real life. A person could be banished based on popular vote. Now, isn't that a bizarre and unsettling fact? Democracy in ancient Greece had its own unique twist. Now let's take a step into the world of Greek fashion. The ancient Greeks had a rather unique approach to clothing. Undergarments? Not a thing. The Greeks proudly went commando, embracing the freedom and ease it provided. Women's fashion wasn't left behind either. Outfits were often designed to be revealing, a stark contrast to the modest attire in many other ancient cultures. Clothing was not just about covering the body, but also about celebrating it. Fashion in Greece was indeed a statement of its own. As we near the end of our countdown, let's delve into Greek dining etiquette. Now, this might sound like a lesson in good manners, but in ancient Greece, it was a completely different ballgame. Picture this. You're at a banquet, lying down on a couch, yes, reclining while eating. It was a common practice, especially during feasts, where the Greeks believed that lying down would provide them the utmost comfort and enjoyment while indulging in their favorite delicacies. And the floor? It wasn't just for walking on. Tossing bones and other food scraps on the floor was not considered rude or unhygienic, but rather the norm. In fact, It was believed that the dogs who roamed the streets would take care of the cleanup. From our perspective, these practices might seem bizarre, even unsettling, but for the ancient Greeks, it was just another day at the dining table. Dining in Greece was certainly a unique experience. Finally, the most bizarre fact about ancient Greece. The Greeks placed a tremendous amount of faith in the power of oracle predictions. These weren't simple horoscopes or fortune cookies. They were prophecies delivered by priests and priestesses at sacred sites like the famous Oracle of Delphi. Wars were waged, cities were built, and lives were irrevocably altered based on these divine forecasts. Imagine an entire civilization, its leaders and common folk alike, making momentous decisions based on the cryptic words of a seer. As we look back on the top 10 strange and unsettling facts about ancient Greece, it's clear that this was a society marked by contrasts. A civilization that gave us democracy and philosophy also believed in monstrous creatures and divine prophecies. A world that celebrated the human form also practiced human sacrifice. Ancient Greece, a civilization of great advancements and peculiar practices, continues to fascinate us even today.